Good afternoon. Welcome to County Hour News. News without counties, stories with importance. Today is August 17th, 1935. It is currently 88 degrees with limited humidity. We are currently taken to Macomb County, where a highly controversial trial has taken regional interest. It is a criminal case between resident of the county, Robert Lyall, and cotton picker Tom Robinson. Fair warning of those ill stomach and of the innocent, this trial is not suit for women and children alike. Mr. Robert Lyall has accused Robinson of taking his daughter Mayella by force and rape. The defendant has pleaded not guilty. Officials said he ran from the crime scene, though. The case has caused controversy because many are saying the trial itself is racist, stating lies on standard jury picking, the restriction of female juries, and as strange as it seems, against felon voting. They prove ludicrously that the odds are stacked against them. Others ask how a trial can be racist. Local Mr. Walter Cunningham Sr. was interviewed last week on the trial. He said, quote, "If there's evidence that this trial is standard, and its contents are typical. The only thing not typical is the extra mercy this court is given to the..." End quote. As of this time, the trial is about to begin. By horses and carriages, people, perhaps unknown to Macomb, are flooding into this small county. The reporting size of the county's courthouse leads most to believe that many will be standing. I myself am reliant on the trusty County Hour News team to collect information on the trial, many parts of which reporting their inability to find a seat. Today's broadcast is brought to you in cooperation with Campbell Soup and Alabaster Soap Suds. Leave your floors polished.
Campbell Soup, you know you want a cup, so make your wife warm one up.
Alabaster Soap Suds have been in business for over 15 years, making your floor shine. And they haven't stopped yet. Alabaster Soap Suds. Leave your floors polished. Good afternoon. Welcome to County Hour News. News without counties, stories with importance. It is now 1:15. A blistery air at 92, and a bleak outlook on this year's harvest. The controversial case of Tom Robinson versus the state of Alabama has come to a conclusion, and I tell you, this hubbub was nothing. Nothing, I tells ya. You'll do. Management wishes me to remind you that my, expressed views are my own and do not reflect those of the station. And, Robinson was found guilty of raping Miss Mayella Lyall, convicted at nearly midnight last night by the jury. We're all men, and sentenced to death. He is currently in Enfield Prison in Chester County, awaiting appeal. There were 4 witnesses to both sides. Sheriff of the court, Mr. Heck Tate, testified for the prosecution first. He claimed that Mr. Lyall and Miss Mayella's stories were the same. That Mr. Lyall charged in as Robinson attacked her, but by the time he finally got into the room, Robinson had ran away. Mayella was covered in bruises by this time, had a black eye on her, by her respective mind's right eye. Robinson testified something else, though. He claimed that he was let in by the girl and asked a deed he vehemently denied to. He claimed seeing Mr. Lyall's anger and promptly ran away. His lawyer, Atticus Finch, stated that Robinson is a cripple from the hand that most likely would have given Mayella her report to China. His defense to such an action was that I would be scared of the law. In my opinion, I'd say, yes, sir. Will do, sir. The case has sparked commies to run propaganda against our democratic ideals. They pose radical notions that America is as prejudiced as the dictatorship in Berlin. Mr. Robinson has received just treatment under the law and is proof of the strength and hope of our Alabamian and national laws in these trying times. Truly riveting story. Can this Yeah, but can... Of course, this just in, listeners. We have received word that Tom Robinson has died. Robinson died earlier today after trying to escape from Enfield Prison. Robinson was shot 17 times after trying to jump the fence during training period. Several sources report that if Robinson had use of his right hand, he would have been able to escape. Mr. Atticus Finch, Robinson's lawyer on the case, was reached for a claim, and Finch stated that he, as in Robinson, was discouraged of any hope of appeal and was through trying, quote, the white man's way, end quote. It's that damn arm. I firmly believe that arm could have saved him had it been for the abuse this nation has taken of the term unbiased. What is unbiased, you ask? It's empathy and understanding for cold and narrow thoughts. Anyone in that trial could have seen how that prosecutioner biased in the jury and wheedled his way around that judge. In any known world would a man without a left arm be able to smash a poor girl's eye? This court claims shadow of a doubt, and nowhere did that shadow bring light to them here's choices. Now, I might sound like one of them commies, but I assure you I ain't. But I cannot lie. Their claims make sense. We separate, but equal. That is what our great law claims. But if we are different, then how are we...
Station will be back shortly. A moment. The world spun like it had lost control. This message was brought to you by Coca-Cola.
That was not what I... Yes, sir. Of course, sir, but... Yeah, yes, of course. It is now 2:15 p.m. Calm 90 degrees with a chance of rain. Harvest is looking up. Our listeners will be shocked to hear that after today, the trusty voice of Edith Lyall will no longer be the reporter for County Hour News. She has a bitter calling. With that, we're taking to Crenshaw County this hour with a local farm. Forget it. I have spent years listening and reporting for this radio, and I just want to say